after 56 seconds. Unless it hit those thermal limits or those power limits before that, all of them. If you hit the bottom one, it automatically applies it to everything above it, which is faster. But because I didn't want the top one to go faster, but because I didn't want the top one to go from 5.2 or apply 5.2 to all of them, I just started at the bottom and it goes up to wherever the next highest multiplier is. So this is where if you don't have a 12th gen, you're not gonna see this efficient core multiplier here. So we got 3.7 for the bottom 4, and then 3.9 for the top 4. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply 3.9 to all of them. Yeah, so let's just see if it can actually do a 5.1 all-core overclock with the stock voltages, or is it gonna instant crash on us? We now went all the way up to 91C, 93C on the package. Oh yeah, it's auto applying 1.419 volts, 1.42 volts. So that was a 28,497. So we just gained over 1,000 points by doing that. But our voltage is being obviously way too aggressive here. So I need to now figure out how I'm gonna control voltage on this. So I'm doing a 30 millivolt offset now, a negative offset. This is not exactly the reliable way to try and do this. There we go, 1.375. So core temps are in the 80s on the P cores, and they're at 60s, upper 60s for the E cores. I've always found, like my 10th gen, I can actually run at under 1.3 for all 10 cores being overclocked to 5.3 all core. So, and we just went up again, 28,641. All right, so the voltage behavior is very odd. I had to give it a minus 0.100 or 100 millivolt offset. Otherwise, it was shooting way above this number. And I think that might be the motherboard's load line calibration setting itself, adding a load line extra voltage under boost conditions. So I'm trying to negative offset that. I mean, normally I would do this sort of overclocking in the BIOS, but what's funny is I've got it all the way down to 1.25 volts, and it's still running a 5.1 all-core just fine. So we went from like 97C, like you guys saw, and if it doesn't crash right now, I'll show you guys where we are now. 70C on the package, mid 60s on the P cores, and mid 50s on the E core. So versus our first test where the E cores were hitting nearly 70 and then the P cores were hitting 90s. So overclocking is interesting. Sometimes one multiplier or 100 megahertz is the difference between like, we got there really easy, and now to go to that next jump, that one multiplier takes way more voltage, way more heat, and way more everything. Like just all the settings have to be tweaked like crazy to get 100 megahertz. I'm curious as to how this is going to do right now at this voltage. I'm predicting a crash. Oh yeah, there it is right there. It didn't even start the test. So there's an example right there. 5.1 all core, fine. 5.2, the test didn't even start. So the nice thing is, like I said, I saw that 1.35 temperatures were acceptable, not great, but acceptable for an AIO. So I'm gonna probably jump it up right now from the 1.25. I don't know if I'm gonna get 5.3 all core out of this. I feel like there's still like a 5.2, 5.3 silicon limit for the most part. Okay, so I've just done a lot of testing off camera without boring you guys about that repetitive process of run the test, drop the voltage, run the test, drop the voltage,
Run the test, drop the voltage.